That's my eval radio. Get over that first. I would have made it happen.
جورا؟ شورا خلاص شو.
Boys, check a name for me. Juma Ghoul. Over. Cycle 6 out. Hamburger.
You know who is it? The guy who was walking to us the other day, we found the ID.
Look it up, brother. Alright, thanks. Hey, 6 Romeo 6. I think the A&A are going to search that crate real quick. You got alright?
Cut, guys.
Did I knock those?
Awesome. Stop.
Cyclone X-ray, Cyclone 6, say again.
Yesterday we were doing another presence patrol in one of the local villages, Kinjikak. We took a little bit of an indirect route there so that they can't put any IEDs or anything like that by the walls or in the walkway while we're trying to, get to our objectives. So our route yesterday was pretty intense. Took us through a lot of grape rows. It was pretty hot yesterday. We started out early in the morning, but about 9 o'clock it starts to get really hot, and it's July, so it's starting to peak pretty good. And presence patrol went through the village, engaged some of the local population, and that's about it. It's like going somewhere from fastest way from A to B is from A to B, and then going everything in between it. Basically, we'd start out at our cop, and we walked around the most direct path and around it again, and then ended up where we needed to be. If you take the same route every time, there's people, they watch what you do. No matter what, everybody's always watching you, and who they tell is obviously their business. But if they tell a bad guy or something, that hey, they go this way every time, next time we go down that route, something bad might happen. 4th of July is a holiday, and it's pretty important, but we're in Afghanistan, and we're every day is kind of like the same. So we didn't have a parade. Nobody was throwing candy. We weren't barbecuing. So like a holiday is not a holiday in Afghanistan, if that makes sense, because your family's not here. Yeah, you have the group of guys that you're with for the next 9 months or however long you're here, and they're closest thing to family that you're gonna have for a while. But you think of a holiday, you're spending it with your friends and your family, and you're doing what you want to do, and that's why we're here, so that people can do that, I guess. My name is Anthony Lane. I'm a infantry mortarman from Michigan. We're out of Fort Lewis, Washington. My role in the platoon, I'm the RTO, or radio telephone operator. I relay important information from our control point to our commander on the ground.
To make sure the locals know that you're constantly in the area, prevents bad guys from coming in. You also, over time, become quite, familiar with the faces. So when you see different faces every now and then, stuff looks a little odd. So you go there and you investigate and you talk, and hopefully by the end of this, the outcome is that they'll actually come up to us and tell us some information that we need, and we help them out with things, and they help us out. So it's just gaining friendship with the population. Well, that's easy because me as 4-gun squad leader, I'm always up in the front. So I try to find most times the hardest route to take. It's fun, it keeps everybody motivated, In a weird way, when you see those 6-foot walls and you jump over them, by the end of it, every time you suck a little bit, when you get back, you always have something fun to talk about. So that's why we choose routes like that. Not only to choose something different, but to overcome obstacles. So I mean, that's what it's all about. My specialist, Christopher James Gerke, born and raised in Jersey City, New Jersey. squad leader for HHC Battalion Mortars, Tomahawks 123 Infantry. I'm currently in Afghanistan, serving Operation Enduring Freedom.